Christian, welcome to the Patrick McGibney podcast episode. I don't know anymore, 13 or something like that this year. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me here.
And today we are the podcast studio from the growth hacking guys in Paphos. I was not forced to tell that, but no, they're good friends. So cheers to Justin and everybody for having us. Best podcast place in Paphos, that I was forced to say. And let's get rolling. So before we go into some IT-related topics, I like to start, who's Christian? And what are you doing here? And why are we sitting here? And specifically you today.
Yeah, I live in Paphos. That's my new home since now 2 years. I started with Lanaka. That was my first try in Cyprus. But I like Paphos even more, I would say. I moved here since 2021. That was a really good decision in now. But when I decided to move here, it was like December. It was like the 2nd or 3rd December where I thought, hey, let's go to Paphos. To Lanaka, sorry. And then I moved at the 26th, I think. So I organized everything in just 1 month because, I had to hurry up because of in German it says Wegzugsbesteuerung. I think there is no English word for that.
The exit tax.
And then I spent a lot of months in Lanaka, but of course I had a look before. I was in September in Lanaka the first time. I think that the best months you can go with a boat and go.
The best month, yeah.
And the party time in Lanaka was great as well. And before I lived in Bavaria, in Veitsbronn. It's a very small town next to Nuremberg. Perhaps now we have Christmas time. Everyone is like there. Everyone knows the Christkindlesmarkt and the Lebkuchen established, I think, in everything in Nuremberg. Yeah. Yeah, and 2020, what was it? 2011? Not 2020, 2011. I started like my own business in Germany, and I grew it up. And then because of Corona and all that's what happened, it was possible to work from everywhere, even for the CEO. And that's a good thing, I would say. It's a good thing. Okay, now we have our office here in Paphos as well. We have now 8 people here. Some of my colleagues, they moved to Paphos as well. And we are growing here as like in Germany. It's just another location. It's better. And with more sun, less tax. And we have CBU, but that's our second office. We CBU because we have in Wismar, we have an office. It's direct on the harbor. That's I would say that is prime location. Yeah, we have like second prime location now in Paphos, but they are really, it's like you can jump from the office into the water, yeah.
But Paphos is more attractive than this, I would say.
Yeah, depends on how old you are, I would say. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, it's true. But for me, Paphos is my dream location. Yeah. And my kids are living in the next to Nuremberg and my ex-wife's house. But they visit me here 2 or 3 times a year. And the rest of the holidays, we are traveling like US, Singapore or somewhere.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice life, I can say.
You invested a lot, so that's what you get if you put in the hard work.
Yeah.
But what I find crazy, even though I know the story of yourself, by just listening, we almost have the exact same dates coming here. I was here September 2021 as well for a vacation to decide and decided, got a house, and then came 1 month
later, got the same house next because I rented the house next to you.
That's really funny. And I also came forbid also on the 26th or 27th of December.
Yeah, there was no way. You had to move out.
Yeah, well, we were forced. Yeah, we were forced. They told us a little bit too late, I would say. I got to know the Wechselkurssteuerung way too late that it changed, and then you had to take action either now or never.
Yeah, and when I was in Larnaca, I didn't want to live direct in the city, and the promenade. And after the promenade, I don't like the area so much.
Yeah.
But on the villa which you bought now, that was a really nice place because in 2021, the hotel next to the villa was quite great. I stayed there for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think you have like everything you can rent, everything in front.
Yeah.
Like jet ski, boat, everything.
You have this Ironman thing where you fly up now. Yeah. And this flying surfboard they had the first time you see her.
So, but when I decided if I rent it for a year, they said I don't know what they want to have, like 2K or something like that, or 1,800, and I paid rent in Germany like 800.
Yeah, the same. That was like, oh no. You know how much the rent is now?
I don't know, but I know what I pay for rent right for an apartment, and it's much more now. And but that is the way here. Yeah, so you have to pay if you want to live on like with a sea view or a first floor.
Yeah,
but it is the money worth. Yeah, but I was not ready to pay.
Well, because we were used different price points. Yeah. It's for sure. Yeah, I mean now a couple of years later it changed, right? Yeah. But back then the same. I also no, you can't pay so much money for rent.
Yeah, and then you have to pay electricity, water, and all that stuff. School boy, everything. Yeah. But it's a nice area. So this gated community it's a small gated community, but I like it. And but I decided to move to Paphos because when my kids were here, we always went to Paphos. I didn't know why, because of better hotels, or we want to go for a hike. And I love Mintis. I don't know if you know the meat, and I love it. It looks like the Tuscany because it's like 350 or 400.
So green.
It's so green. Yeah. And not only the Gulf area, everywhere, because I think they have more rain in the summer. And so it's from my home. It's like 12 minutes by car or 40 minutes by e-bike. With normal bike, I will not arrive.
But you and e-bike, we had a story today. You hurt yourself.
Yeah, I hurt myself while lifting up my e-bike because my elevator is so small. I have to bring it in like horizontal position, or is in a vertical position.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it's like 25 kilogram, and I hurt my back.
So heavy?
Yeah, I have the big battery.
Okay.
Because when you go from Paphos to Mintis, it's around about 560 meters. You climb up the hill 500. That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
It you can look up, but it feels not like 500 to 600 meters, but it's like if you're in the Alps and going up to the hill.
That's true.
And my first e-bike, which was stolen 3 days after after I bought it, that's really a true story. But I was e-biking 3 days. That was good, but quite expensive for 3 days. But it was empty when I was up the hill, so I decided
makes no sense.
Yeah, okay, if you go down, you don't need like a battery, but I wanted to go like further, like Zada and like St. George. Now I can do that very easy. Yeah,
that's nice. And what day was it on the 26th? The first day when you came to Cyprus, it was in Larnaca. When you immigrated here, and what like just for personal interest, like you say the Larnaca area you didn't really like at the end. Why? What's like behind Mackenzie and the Finicudis and everything?
Perhaps I didn't explore it a lot. Yeah, I would say now I know more places in Larnaca than before, because sometimes you just go to another city, like in Germany as well. Mackenzie Beach is very nice, I would say. But Larnaca is like double the size of Paphos,
really?
I would say.
Yeah. I always feel that Paphos is bigger when I drive here.
It's, yeah, you have Paphos and
Andy.
Empire and
Yeah.
Konya and Peja, but I would say Paphos city is much
Okay, Paphos city is
smaller.
smaller, yeah.
And before I lived like in a town with 8,000 people
Yeah.
and we had nothing, like
Yeah.
2 restaurants, 5 supermarkets, that's it, yeah. You had to drive like half an hour to Fürth or Nürnberg,
Yeah.
which you never did, of course, because you have to watch TV, the Tagesschau. And so for me, I like the promenade.
Yeah,
When I
that is
moved to
nice, yeah.
Paphos, the promenade was not completely ready, but now
Yeah.
you can walk like 40 kilometers one way.
Yeah, it's long.
I never did it.
No.
One way. Yeah,
I think Fabian is running it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like it a lot. So I do it like 5 to 6 times a week,
Yeah.
just walking at the promenade. And yeah, that is my that is lifestyle for
Yeah.
me. And it's you don't have to pay
Yeah,
anything.
it's for free.
Yeah.
It's for free.
Of course, I buy me like 1 ball of ice cream
Yeah.
for €2.50. Yeah. That's a good price, yeah.
But it's good ice cream though.
Yeah, it's good ice
Yeah.
cream, but that's it. And yeah, I want a sea view apartment, and in Paphos, just I would say 50% of the people have sea view because
It's
Paphos
high.
is like so like climbing. Every house has sea view
Yeah.
on the penthouse,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. We also looked at Paphos at the very beginning, but I thought we need to stay in Larnaca because I would travel a lot, which never happened. That was my point. And then if you end up in one city we had the kids here and everything, so that was the reason we stayed there. But yeah, I like Paphos as well. But before going more into that, I remember when I came, was the same reason, right? So we were kind of timely forced to leave Germany. I remember when I left, I was on the Christmas market a couple of days before, and on the Christmas market, I got COVID. It was the high time of COVID. And the first time, I felt bad.
Yeah.
Like I had it 5, 6, 10 times, I don't know. But this one time, I didn't feel good. So I knew that I would have to fly positive. And I knew when I come here, they would put me in quarantine because of the PCR tests, right, when you come here. So I flew positive. It was super weird, even though I was immune because I was positive before.
Yeah.
So I had the QR code, not, I'm free, but I was positive. Also, that was so funny traveling. I felt so illegal on the airport and came here. Of course, I was positive and but I had to do it. I had to do it. That was funny though, because everybody at home at Christmas before I left was positive too. And then we had the whole quarantine. It was very weird, but we had to do it, and it worked out.
Yeah. So I was here a lot of times. So it was not from September to December. I was in September, I would say 1 month. Then I was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you had to did this COVID test, but it was so quick.
Yes, it was quick. Yeah.
It was like passport check.
Yeah. It was
in,
quick.
out, go away. And
they did it good here.
They did it good,
Yeah.
And so I decided, for me, I booked the flight. There was no way back.
Yeah.
But that's not true because you can go back. Yeah.
Anytime.
So, of course, my house was not rented out. It was empty.
Yeah.
And if you say after 2-3 months, that's not my country or not my...
leave.
Yeah, you can go back.
No problem.
Buy some furniture for your old home. Because most of the things nobody buys old furniture.
Did you also give it away then, everything? Yeah.
Like, eBay Kleinanzeigen
I did exactly the
for
same.
zero money.
Yes.
People came and I say, you
Just
can have
take
it.
Just
but
take it.
I don't want to bring it out.
I said exactly the same. Take it, take this. It's for free. Give me €5, but just take the shit.
Yeah. And so the house was empty. Not so soon as I thought, because everyone has everything in Germany. I think even new people or young people, they buy it like from IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the way. So I was here 26th of December, and then I don't know how long I was here, like 2 weeks or something like that, because then I traveled like to Thailand because there was like a vacation or something like that. Yeah, but
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny because it's so similar. I didn't even realize that before. It's so similar. The whole process is similar, even given everything away on eBay Kleinanzeigen. I remember because we talked recently about it. I had the whirlpool, I had the ice bath, and I gave it away. I literally gave it to friends. Take it. And now I'm so mad that I didn't take it because they were so good, and now I want it.
Okay, my whirlpool. I have my whirlpool because it's completely built into the.
Yes, I had this floatable
property.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like really
I
solid.
have a floatable thing now on my balcony.
Yeah.
That's very nice. But I bought that really hard stuff.
Yes.
These 250 to 250. Yeah, but it's there.
And you can't take it away. No.
You can, yeah, but it's
That makes no
just
sense.
buying a new one.
Yes,
just
it's
bringing
easier.
it here, yeah, and yeah.
Well, that's that's funny. Exactly the same. Did you also like? Did you when you moved away from Germany? Did you also do like made sure that you did the whole checklist of the things that can go wrong? Because I remember I spoke with Christoph Heuermann from Staatenlos before, and like did the whole what you need to do. I remember he told me the Boris Becker story so many times. And I made a video of how I gave the keys away and stuff like that. I remember I was very thorough on that.
Yeah, so I don't know. So it's now 3 years from when I moved out. The only thing what I did is like I canceled all the contracts.
Yes. Yeah.
And I make like a video with my iPhone going around the house that nothing is in the house anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the key is in my, I have a business in Germany and I have multiple offices. So and the GmbHs, they pay tax in Germany.
Yeah.
I cannot move completely out of Germany. That's impossible. I have to go there even once a year for signing the Bilanz.
Yes.
And but the house, I made that video. I didn't talk to Christoph Heuermann, but to Michael Wohlfahrt, the second guy. I know him before, and he said, we have not even 1 month left. And then he said, buy my master class. And I said, I just bought it, but then I watched everything, because you have to learn the vocabulary of moving somewhere, that's really like this, And then I studied everything, and then I called him and I say, hey, that's too much. I'm the IT guy. I come and I fly to Paphos and then we talk. And I did that. I flew in for 3 days and then we managed everything because before I said to my not tax lawyer, accountant, just prepare everything. And they said, of course, and it's not cheap. It's like buying a new car, a small car, but in total, it's buying a new car for nothing. Okay, of course. Now you have all the documents and the stamps on the documents, and they do everything with the tax department. That's quite good now, because the last year is not completely finished. At my point, it's like flying somewhere.
The last year,
No, 2021. It's even because, I hate tax and I do it the latest point before I have to pay some money to the tax department. But that's no problem, because for the 2021 thing, I had a lot of time to prepare, to do everything right. I think that is, if you do everything right, and everything is checked, and you have two tax lawyers, what can happen? Hopefully, But in the end, you change 300 days of rain to 300 days of sun.
Pretty good.
That's a good deal, really. And I have a lot of allergies in Germany for, grass and what is it? The yellow thing.
Pollen?
Yeah, pollen. And they made like biogas out of it.
No idea. But they're all gone here.
Yeah, we don't have it here, and no grass and all that stuff. So last year I tried to stay in Cyprus during the allergy season in Germany or in Central Europe. And that was the first year since 20 or 25 years with no allergies. That's really a game changer as well, because you feel healthy the whole year.
Yes.
And if you just spend 3, 4, or 5 days in Germany, it's not the game changer. You feel it a little bit, but then you're going out.
You have to come back.
Yeah, that's okay. But so for this, you have more sun, no allergies, less stress, of course. And okay, if you rent a normal apartment, you can save money if you want.
Yeah.
But why? First, I had like a normal apartment, but that was a problem because that was a problem in Larnaca and in Paphos as well. But then I decided to have a very nice apartment, and that was where I felt like home here. I call it now home.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's home.
It took a while, like 2 years.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I fly. When I say to my family, I fly home, they think that I fly home to Germany. I say, no.
Here's home.
Here's home. Home to my apartment.
Yeah. Which is nice. If you can call a new place home after 2-3 years, it's actually quite remarkable. And but I feel the same. When I fly to Germany, I can't call it home anymore. It's very weird feeling sometimes.
So I like so I have my company and all the people there. So that's the business home, of course, is Germany. We do business in Germany most of the time, Switzerland, Austria. Okay, now we are expanding globally, but that's a new way that happens now, not 3 years before. It's not that bad in Germany, but why taking not the country where everything is better?
It's the freedom we have.
Okay. And for us, we have no winter here. Some other guys here would say we have winter, but
well, I'm wearing long clothes, so it's winter for me, but it's 20 degrees outside. So.
Yeah, it's 20 degrees, and I always wanted to buy like a Roadster or a Cabrio, and in Germany it's when you can drive with
2 weeks a year.
2 weeks, so that makes no sense. So what I bought is an Audi A4 Caravan, or is a Caravan Avant. So boring, and now it's completely different. You don't need such thing here because if you want to transport something, you call someone, he's coming with a car, and everything happens without you, and that's a nice thing as well. In Germany, you have to make an appointment, and after 3 or 4 weeks, they have time for you to transport something.
It's different.
For 500-600 euros. And here here you find a guy like for 35 euros.
20-30 euros, and it's a deal.
And if they don't have time now, they come in 2 hours. That's a different game, I would say. And if we make some shopping and it's too big because I don't want scratches in my car, I don't bring it home with my car. They bring it home for me, and that's good for both sides. Because when I knew the date when I was at IKEA, and I decided to transport like a big thing in my new Audi. And then it was just that scratch, 800 euros. It was more than I bought from IKEA. Yeah, and I don't do that anymore.
Well, they do it here, so that's the good thing. You can basically have, I mean, those kind of things. Doctors you can contact on WhatsApp. I tell that all the time. We just got a child, and we had the doctor's contact. There was a private clinic, 24/7, direct contact to WhatsApp. If you had something, it's amazing. It's different.
Yeah, that is a game changer as well. In Germany, I was in the general insurance for a long time because a lot of self-employed people, they told me, don't go to the private, they rip you off when you are old. And I was afraid. Oh my God, oh my God. And then I decided, no, that's not what I want to have, the general. Then I decided to go in a private insurance and it was like completely different.
Yes.
You got an appointment even like in the same day. It's not the same day, 2 or 3 days. But here, if you have the GESI, it feels the same. You call, 3 days later, you can go to every doctor. They call, or you WhatsApp, they call you back. Is it urgent? No.
It's
okay,
so easy.
Come in 3 days.
Prescriptions they send over WhatsApp. So it's so easy.
And I'm wondering because why here is it so easy and in Germany not?
I don't know. I don't know.
And okay, they have if you have like a if you pay money out of the company, you have to pay the 2.5%. And if you pay a lot of money out, then you pay a lot of health insurance. But
it's capped.
It's capped, but on a high.
Like almost 5,000. 4,700.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter if you have 10 billion. Doesn't matter. That's the cap.
Okay.
That's my latest knowledge.
Okay. But so I was here now on a doctor as well, like all that stuff what you have to do. But the first 2 years I did everything in Germany because I thought, I don't, only the German guy they can do it. Oh, no way.
It's not.
No,
it's very good.
No. But do you think like that? I don't know why, but now I think, no, I go to the doctor here. Most of them, they speak good English. And if you're lucky, they speak a little bit German. But of course, they have German doctors as well as here too.
You find everything.
But so I'm on the dentist now. He's from Paphos. It's on the bionic store is under his office, perfect. So I can do some shopping, like a new mouse or keyboard, and then I can go to the dentist. Perfect place. That's very nice. And you have a very good internet connection. Here,
that's true.
Everywhere.
That's true.
Like even 5G everywhere, or
even in the forest.
Or on the boat. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you can make your business here and enjoy your life, because we have now a 1 gigabit fiber line, but it's static. So we can have like a server if we want. And it costs with telephone and all that stuff 89 euros.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
And we have a failover line with 5G. Everything.
Crazy.
And it worked very, very good.
Yeah, that works very well here.
And so now we decided to build our NAS for all the video content in Paphos. So because everyone can download it with 1 gigabit.
That's enough.
And so we are building up. The only problem is IKEA has not enough stuff. That will never happen in Germany. But here we bought everything what IKEA had for business. It was empty then, but it was not much. We bought like 13 tables and 13 chairs and all that stuff.
That was already empty then.
Empty.
So where do all the businesses buy their stuff here?
So we know, but it's like you can make like so with inside architecture
Yeah,
stores,
yeah.
but they import it as
Yeah.
well. But it takes 2 to 3 months, and we need it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it seems like we have it in 2 to 3 months as well. We have now 5 tables, and the rest of the tables are these foldable tables.
yeah.
It's so crap. It's so crap. But yeah. Okay, we can buy normal tables here, of course, yeah, but we are waiting now for that high adjustable tables.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
They're nice, yeah. So we covered a lot of your business, of your private life. What's your business, so that the viewers also understand what you're actually doing? Maybe we start. I mean, you shared the story recently on the Mastermind where you were a guest speaker. But maybe we start like how did you get to the IT, and then we move our way to today.
How I get to the IT? So I had my first computer with age of 5. My uncle brought one, but just for playing. It was a C64. And of course, I was interested in how everything works, but more, of course, like 10% interested in how, and 90% gaming,
Yes, of
like
course.
everyone who's 5 or 6 years old. And then I had the next model and Amiga and all that stuff. And at the age of 12 or something like that, my father, he showed me a little bit how to program it, like Visual Basic and all that Turbo Pascal things.
How did your father know?
He's in the IT.
Okay.
At Siemens.
Ah.
But only 6 months left,
Siemens.
I would say.
Oh,
But
almost
you have to
retired.
ask him. He knows exactly how long.
The countdown, the clock.
Yeah, and so of course I built my PCs by myself for all the LAN parties and stuff. But I'm happy that I decided to go the software way, not the hardware way, because you can do a lot of more with the software part. Yeah, hockey stick with hardware is very hard, I would say. And then we had, everyone was gaming Counter-Strike and all that stuff. We are gaming like StarCraft, Warcraft, and I tried to build the first website for our clan.
Yeah.
So, and it was not easy. It is not like now you go on Webflow and like click, click, click. So I learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript from a book. It's a real book.
Yeah, that still exists.
A real book. And it was very hard to learn it. But the good thing, what I saw is you have your laptop with your like web server, Apache, I think it was. You type some things and you instantly see what you built.
Yeah.
And that is my way. So these theoretical parts like school, I was so bad in school.
Yeah.
I had English and Latin and both, so I failed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the 7th or 9th class, I know 9 languages for programming. and at this point I had to go from the Gymnasium to the Realschule, and that was so crazy because I think I can programming in 9 languages, but I have to go out from the school. What happens here? So, and that was where I immediately know this system can that is not what I want. And of course, the school after I go down to another school, it was so easy. So it was possible to concentrate on building websites for money. So with 14, I earned my first money, like I don't know how much was it, 450 euros a month.
That was a lot.
My father, he was really clever. He said, just make like a contract with a company. They give you like a contract for a whole year, and you just build one website for them. And that was enough money. 14 years, 450
That's
euros.
a lot. Yeah, that is
what
a lot.
You can, of course, I spent everything. Like for the first plasma screen or something. But you have the money then, and of course you spend it. But that was really clever because I was collecting these Rentenpunkte. What is Rentenpunkte? Is it It is German, yeah?
It is German.
Yeah, so you have more money when you are old.
In the retirement.
In the retirement.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of these points because I started with 14,
That is
15,
early,
16,
yeah.
17. And that was the part of the game. So I was really good in that, what I built, of course. And yeah, but in school I never was good. So I decided not to go to study because I had then my Abitur on the second way. But I decided, oh no, this game I will not go further. So I made like a Ausbildung.
Yeah.
Like a traineeship.
Yeah.
And then I made a traineeship.
In what?
In Fachinformatiker Anwendungsentwicklung, halt IT. Programming.
IT, yeah.
But the cool thing was, I already know how to program.
Yeah.
And they know it, of course, as well.
Yeah.
So they give me a book, Visual C++.
Oh.
And they say, Christian, in 2 weeks, you know C++. That was my traineeship. 2 weeks. And after that, but I liked that because then it was not, these projects which you throw away after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was able to program something which someone bought it.
Yeah.
And that I loved it a lot. So I was programming some C++. Then they decided to move to C#. I had really good C# trainings. Then they decided to go to Java. I hate it because there I found my Microsoft flag, which I'm waving now the whole year. And the concept of Visual Studio and SharePoint was existing, I think, and the whole BI sector. I really like that. So because I don't know why, because I like the concept of everyone can build it.
Yeah.
Of course, when I watch back 25 years, no one can build it. But that idea from Microsoft is everyone can build it.
Yeah.
You don't need like a rocket science engineer study something. And and then in the third year of my traineeship, the company decided to go to Java and all the other stuff. And I decided that's not my way. I want to build Microsoft things. And then I had looked on a job. Of course, I had some spare money because in my free time, I built some websites. So I went to conferences on my own money. I know it was like 800 euro, but I spent from my own money to go to the conference. And that's easy because you go to every booth. Hello, I'm Christian. I need a job. And it was really good because in the end, I got double income, which they offered me from this company I worked. Double. Instant. With double money. It was not much. It was much money, but not for IT consulting, of course. But if you think about that, I invest 800 euro for a conference to instantly double my income.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. And then I understand how the game works.
Yeah.
The company was very good. I think it was the EPE GmbH. I was there 1.5 years and learned everything about SharePoint. And then, of course, I want more money, and they don't want to give me more money. I know the bosses from the company, and we work together right now. They are buying now my product, but I offer to them, hey, I have an idea, just do it with me. And they know that it was not the best decision to do that, but nobody knows, everyone, nobody knows how it can be. Yeah. And they sell now our products to their customers. That's really crazy. And of course, it was not like a jump start to a SaaS company. I worked like a senior consultant first for another company. Yeah. But of course, I had the same idea there as well. And we found there a customer and the CEO of that company. They both said, Christian, if it's the same money, but different concept, just do it. And I said, okay, let's do it. And so our first product was built. we invested like 60 to 90K more, I would say, but not, of course, not me, because I was 24, 25, and I had one kid, and I know that the second one is coming, so I have 500 euro on my bank account. I hope it was 500 euro, yeah. And so they invested the money, but in the end I said, okay, I want a piece of the cake.
Yeah, of course.
And then they said, okay, let's build up a new company, and I get 25% because it was 3 other founders.
Yeah.
And I have to put my last 500 euro into the company.
Yeah.
And I did it. And yeah, the company is running. And of course, it was my idea, my project, everything was mine. One of these guys, he advises me a lot.
Yeah.
And he did the CEO position for the first 3 years, but only for like signing, because I was afraid that I do something wrong and go to jail. In the end,
you didn't.
No, and he didn't as well. Because less money, nobody cares.
Yes.
And he paid himself, I think, 400 euro for that service. Very fair in the end. Yeah. But then he decided, the company was growing and growing, and we earned a lot of money in the first years because less employees and less costs and not very high income from my side. And if you calculate it from what you are hearing, I thought I never can buy back the company. Because how? I cannot earn so much money and save it. It's because when I earn more money, the company is more worth. That is an endless game, and I don't want to kill it or something like that. But in the end, 1 or 2 of these guys, they want to quit, and they sold the other company as well. And that was a point where it was possible that I could buy back everything. It was a lot of money, really a lot. And of course, I didn't have that money. So I get a credit from them for 3 years, and I had to pay 3 times amount of money. Who is interested, in Germany, you can read everything in the Bilanz. And I did that. And it was very hard to save all that money, and first generating and then saving. But I paid everything back in 3 years. But that was a problem. Nobody recommend this, because my mother said, just do it in 5 or 10 years, because I earned a lot of money. I was now CEO, the only owner of the company. So really the only one, not the CEO I was before. And I live like a Penner unter der Brücke. Like I don't know, but
like a street bum.
Because I had I had like a smart, not the new one.
Not the new one.
And of course we moved into a new house, but I bought it, and the rent, no, that is not the rent, paying back the credit, and everything was 675. It was really a good deal. You know, the good old times where you got the really good things. And so I saved all the money, what I got. No holidays, but just 2. Now we have 10. And and I pay everything back. But that was not the problem was, it was not feeling that you build up a company. It was like worse than being employed. So my mom was right. I never would do that again in this amount of time, like give you 5 or 10 years. But it's not a problem. But first, I think you have to feel how it is to have more like 500,000 or 1 million debt. Because that feels not good at the first time. Because if you ruin the company, you are also ruined.
Yes.
Because you cannot pay back. And who has, 500,000 or 1 million with 28 or 29?
Not many people.
Not many people,
Not
exactly.
many,
So, and my parents, of course, they don't have it as well. So I learned programming, and then I had an idea, of course. We made a product. I bought all the company stocks back, and I think 5 years ago I decided to build up more companies, like diversification or something like that, for Power BI and modern work. And now we have like one for Power Platform, but everything in the Microsoft stock.
Yes.
We try to build up something out of the Microsoft stock, like Amazon something, but you have no connections, you don't know anyone, you don't know the guys, the service that failed.
Yeah.
So we decided not to do that.
Yeah.
We made a summit this year.
Yes.
Some people say it's the biggest summit in German, but nobody knows. Yeah,
it's definitely one of the biggest.
One of the biggest. Yeah. So, but that was, I thought we are doing Microsoft business.
Yeah.
But no way, you're doing event business with like Microsoft as a topic.
Yeah.
And oh my God, we spend so much money. And hopefully next year we will earn some money to pay the debt. But that was a new experience as well. For personal branding, do a summit.
Yeah.
It's like Dirk Kräuter, the sales coach with the Vertriebsoffensive. It's completely different if they see the people sees you in person.
Real life. Yeah.
Or like here in a podcast.
Yeah.
But in the podcast, you are quite near.
Yeah.
But because we rented out the Rheingoldhalle in Mainz.
It's big.
It's big.
Big.
The most, if you have like you can bring 2,250 people into the main room, but then it's not much space for everyone.
Yeah.
But not standing, sitting.
Yeah.
It's really big. And if you sit like somewhere behind, you cannot see me. So we decided to make a second screen. But it's TV as well, but it's a complete different atmosphere. And of course, we had around about 675 people.
That's a lot.
On the first conference day and the second conference day. And then we had around 80 to 90 people at the workshop day.
Wow.
So roundabout, we printed out 744 tickets in total. Some of them, they only want the workshop, others only the conference.
Yeah.
And that was a different game now, because now we have a really big summit. We have the online summit for this summit as well. And we established a new business in just 1 year. The real company was established 1 year before, and we made like 190K revenue.
Yeah.
And this year we made 1 million.
That's a quite high jump. Yeah.
But we spent more. Yeah. That is so crazy. Yeah. And you cannot tell someone, we spent 1 million for a summit. Everything, are you crazy? But I thought the same if they get us the offers for food and the location and all that stuff. Before we built everything by ourselves. Yeah. So the highest what we paid was salary for the people.
Yeah.
And then we had to pay like more than 100K for food. So we had to call the Sparkasse, the bank in Germany. We need a higher limit to transfer. How much? And he said, okay, from 20 to 30 or no, to 100 something. And he was, why you need such a limit? And but everything worked out. But try to bring amount of money from one country to another country, that will not work out so easy. But in Germany, that's no problem. So, and we decided we didn't know if we wanted to have that stress again, because it was so stressful. And the day before the summit happens, everything was set up. We had like a small meeting to decide, do we do this again? Because we have to say the people when is the next date.
Yeah.
We reserved the date in advance, but we didn't book the venue. And the team said, okay, now we know everything.
It's
we
gonna
can
be
do
easier.
it again
Yeah.
with less money,
Yeah, yeah.
hopefully. But it was so stressful. The summit itself was not so stressful. I
Yeah.
had quite a good experience, I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah, because I was really relaxed. I had my slots for the main hall for like the starting, ending, and all that stuff. And then I visit every booth
Yeah.
and said hello, thanks
Really
for coming. I shaked like 328 hands.
You'd counted?
I counted, yeah. But I was talking to people the whole 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
and it was only half of the people.
Crazy.
Less than half of the
That's
people.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and normally when we are doing like the online summits, which we are doing like the team summit is in January again, we have more than 1,500 registrations, and that is a double.
Yeah, that is double. Yeah.
And the craziest thing is because I do not do a lot of social media things.
Yeah.
I post sometimes some picture in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But the people know you from the summits
Yeah,
because
of
they are
course.
coming every 2 months
Yeah.
and they know you, but they know that I don't know them.
Yeah.
Okay, and sometimes I chat with LinkedIn. That's okay for me, and I doing that by myself. But that was a complete new experience.
It's
and,
big.
And the if you know the Vertriebsoffensive or the guys from the event venue, they called our format. It's like the festival character of a event because we have that atmosphere. The speakers are going up to the stage with music and lights and it was very, very nice. And in the M365 bubble, this is not existing.
No, that does not exist
because nobody thought that is possible, that the people stand up and giving applause to the speakers. And
that is really cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, and the people say that they have a completely other experience.
Yeah.
Some of them, they said that I brought like the Las Vegas experience to Germany because some of the summits in Vegas has a festival character. And most of the people, they want to come again, hopefully. And
when is the next one?
7th to 8th of October in Mainz again.
In Mainz again.
Yeah.
So everybody can write that down already.
Yeah. You can buy tickets, of course, but hopefully it is the same experience because it was so stressful. We decided to copy paste. Yeah, because
of course
we will do something different because of course we had some things what we saw. It's not that quality what we want to have, but most of the things will be the same. Of course, we have the main stage. We'll have another design.
Yeah.
Because the technical guys, they already sent us a new design. I had an idea and I say, what the hell? I want to pay less. But it's very nice. Yeah, perhaps he can make a better price. But they know. So the event business, it's not new. They exactly know what they are doing. If we build software, or the first time we build something what never exists before. And that is a difference because they exactly know what they do and you feel it. We knew like tomorrow there will be 700 people in the venue.
Crazy,
and they build up all the technical things for so much things and they are totally relaxed.
Crazy.
That's not our biggest event here.
Well, that's their business. It's their business.
And they are totally relaxed. And will everything be good? Yeah. And everything is work? Yeah. The lights will be there. Everything. And of course, nobody will know if some light is not shining or something like that. I think that is a perfection. They don't have it.
Yeah.
And they build up only the technical stuff in the event venue for 3 days. Only. That's crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
For such a big audience, and what for the viewers, what is the online event called?
Same name.
Yeah.
It's M365 Summit.
And in the offline the same. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that in-person event, an online event, but during the year we are focusing on not only on M365. We say, for example, we make a summit only for Microsoft Teams, Microsoft SharePoint,
cool.
Power BI, AI. So it's completely deep knowledge in one thing. And you can, if you don't want to use Teams, I don't know why, but perhaps someone has Zoom or Slack, then just don't come. You can go to the Power BI Summit or to the Power Platform Summit. But
how long does an online summit go?
2 days.
2 days.
So first is like we have like a keynote or something like that. And then we split like in 5 tracks normally, or 4, depends on how much good content we have. Yeah, and then we do the whole summit, and the next day is like workshop day. Like deep dive, 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, and everything is free.
Crazy.
That's crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
You can buy like a supporter ticket or VIP ticket for the recordings, or just to say, hey, here 99 euros for supporting our summit, that Severin can buy a new camera, for example, in the studio.
How many people do that?
Normally like 30 or something like that. Yeah, in a big conference, which is good known. But I think they don't want support. They want to have the recordings.
So there's no support. Huh?
There is support because the conference in Mainz is not cheap. It's not a cheap conference. It's starting from 997 euros, and they support us there because you can go to a conference for half. But it's not the same, and it's not in German. So I don't want to generate a new English summit or English spoken summit. I want to bring a summit into Germany where you speak German and you have these typical German problems. Like DSGVO, ISO certification, Betriebsrat, all that stuff. What is really a blocker if you have an IT project.
Makes sense.
And that is really a German thing. Perhaps Switzerland and Austria is the same, but most of the problems are in Germany, and we are spreading them out to Europe. It feels like, or the American guys, they thought that's a good idea to have like a own version of GDPR.
Great.
And, very great. Have fun. But we have it, and if you want to implement like Teams and only that someone sees if you're online or away or not at work, that's really a problem for some people. And if you have like a conference where a company talks about how they solved that, and the other company can talk to that guy and call them, and nobody in Germany is calling someone who you don't know. You have to meet first, drink like a beer or a cocktail, and then, just call me and I send you the documents. And that is what I want to bring to the people. They can meet and then they can have a call or mailing. Because most of the IT guys, they are not like extroverts and having like a podcast. They are just more introvert and focusing on the work. Because Microsoft says, okay, Microsoft 365, just use it. No way. Of course, you have to install it, but in a different way. You have to configure it. But because so many security issues now, so many people, they use Microsoft 365, and it's now really a good place for hackers or phishing emails. So, and I saw some blog posts about how they can go get into your Teams account. Of course, you have to install some shit on your PC. But like with phishing emails, and then they like installing an agent on your system, and then they use Microsoft Graph with your own authentication to get to channels or team access. Shit. Be careful. And I thought, hey, we are safe. It's Microsoft 365. No way. Of course, they use the client way, not the server way. Just try to hack a Microsoft server. It's not so easy, I would say.
Not so easy. Definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, that's remarkable to have, because you said you created some event like this type of event from the scratch because it didn't exist. I remember, I don't know any other Microsoft event because I went to many Microsoft events in the past and they're, sorry Microsoft, but they're boring. And I like this festival character. That's very cool because you know it from the US or North America. You know these type of things, but they don't exist in Germany.
So even the events in the US are quite boring, I would say. So I was at the Vertriebsoffensive at the Kräuter, and I loved the character of the event. Yeah, that of course the Vertriebsoffensive is like 10x more powerful.
Yeah.
And in the breaks, the people stand up and have to do some sports. I didn't do that, because the IT guys, they will say, no way, that's too much, Christian, that's too much. And of course, so I thought like this speaker walk, we can do that. Let's try that. It worked out, not the way like at the Vertriebsoffensive, but it worked out. And of course, we wanted to have like a party like in the US, like with a band and some cocktails, and that worked out very well as well. And the sponsor area, we had some like you had to it was possible to collect points if you go to a booth, and then you can change it, for example, like a professional business photo. There was a photograph, and then you can create a new photo. Or we had like T-shirts, or only T-shirts. You can swap these things. And of course, for the first 40 winners, we had like a Lego present from every booth. They can collect it. So the people, they really try to interact.
Gamification.
That's not new, but we brought it not to another level, but like 1.2. 1.2, 20% better. And of course, we had that party, and the next day was more open. After they brought like, what was it? Lily Berry. That was a moment where I thought, who is paying that? So like eight or 10 waiters with tablets of Lily Berry walking into the crowd. Everyone was catching, and the band was starting to play. I would say that was a moment everyone was connected.
Interesting.
And that is very important because the next day was more open. You had more people on the booth. You had more connections between the people, and also at the stage, imagine there are 700 people and you have a question, you have to stand up walking to a microphone.
And for IT guys, very difficult mostly.
But the second day was more questions. It was warmer, of course. But it was the third day because the first day was a workshop day. But of course, at 4 or 3 p.m., the conference was quite over because the people go home. They don't trust the Deutsche Bahn anymore. They take 2 trains earlier. Really, that's really a true story because if it's in Mainz, if you have to go to Hamburg, it's like a 7-hour drive. If the train is late, you will not come home.
And that's a German problem.
That they decided to go 2 hours
But
early.
was it enough to stop at 3? I mean, there's also a lot of information.
So I thought it's like some people, we had this VIP ticket, they buy, just some people buy them. In total, it was like 30 people for VIP ticket. I didn't expect so much. Then we had the gold ticket and normal ticket. That was the first time any IT conference I saw that categories. But a lot of people bought the gold ticket. It was like 1,700. And that's a good price.
That's a very good price.
But they had the recordings in the package, so they can go home earlier. I would say we had so good food. It was really, bad luck not to stay to the end. But we have so many things. 1 year before, I visited not every conference in Europe in this format, but a lot. And I picked up everything what I saw. And I know in London they had a waffle stand. So you can pick up a waffle and then you have the sauce, there's red sauce. Even if you see that, if someone pick up this waffle, it was crowded because everyone wants that. And it was a thing that you can place it in front of a booth.
Yeah.
And of course, it was our first time, we didn't know how the people walk.
Yeah.
And so I decided, after I saw, okay, there's not so much traffic, I picked the waffle stand and put it in the middle of this area, and immediately it was crowded. Yeah, and that is an experience.
Yeah.
It's completely different to software as a
Yeah.
service,
Yeah.
because you are agile.
Yeah.
If you cannot release tomorrow, okay, we do it next week.
Yeah. It's
You
different.
cannot call every people, okay, no, we do it next week. The summit is next week. Yeah, we are late. That's completely different. The summit will happen at this date.
Yeah.
And everything must be ready.
That's true.
And the crazy thing is, everything is ready.
Yeah. It's like Elon Musk says when he says, don't do it in 6 months or next week, do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like it's the same concept. And it will be ready.
Yeah.
And if not, something is not ready.
Yeah, the summit happens.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
if you have waffles or not, nobody knows that there will be a waffle stand. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, it is like it is. Yeah, that's what was our last project, I would say. Yeah,
that's really, really cool. So next year, we can also link that in the description, but it will be in October again. So anybody who's interested listening, need to definitely attend the summit.
Yeah, but it's in German, not in English.
Yeah. Gutes Deutsch dann.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's so many people. I like the idea of bringing this new event for the Microsoft bubble, especially in Germany, because it's a big bubble.
It's quite a huge bubble. I heard it's about 6,000 Microsoft registered partners only in Germany.
Yeah, I 5,000. I definitely also, that was my last number when I last time checked. Yeah.
And that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a complete different bubble, because with my businesses, I've been in the SAP and the Microsoft bubble, and they're so different. Like, I prefer the Microsoft bubble because the interaction is completely different from Microsoft itself and with the people. Because I would say the clientele is a bit closer, smaller, because SAP, big businesses and everything. SAP as a partner is also completely different. They treat you not so good, and they take away the projects if you're small, which Microsoft doesn't really do, because they don't do their own projects.
They don't do small projects.
They don't do small projects, and SAP took many times. I remember we were ranking up the partner. You go to clients, and they help you, and they're like, okay, well, awesome, we will get the client. Then the next day, we're working with SAP now. What the hell? And then it happened a couple of them. Microsoft was different.
Yeah. So the company, what I have in total, it's quite small. That's not the Microsoft business.
Yeah.
What they're going to Adidas or the BMW or something like that.
Yeah.
And the big brands.
Yeah.
So we are doing most of our customers between 1,000 and 4,000 people. So PC licenses. Most of the time, the company is quite huge, like 10,000 employees, because someone has to do the real work, like producing some cars or something like that. Yeah. But this is our sweet spot.
Yeah.
The people there, so the IT has like 7 to 10 guys.
Yeah.
You work with them, they are happy that they have like a direct connection to you. We are really strong in the DACH market, so they are happy that we talk German.
Yeah.
Of course, they talk English.
Yeah.
Most of them, they have to talk English internally. But they are happy that...
Yeah.
So we are doing not easy stuff. We are doing like these governance, security, compliance stuff. And it's very bad if you make mistakes. And it's better than to talk in your normal language. I think most of the people... I think that is the reason why so many people came to our conference. It's in German.
Could be.
So no international speakers, no speakers from Microsoft. Yeah. But you can understand it better, I would say. And you have a lot of people with the same mindset. If it's like a good or bad mindset, is the German mindset. Yeah, that is, and that is our sweet spot, and we are concentrating on that. Of course, if Volkswagen wants to have our product,
happy to have.
Happy to have. But we realize that everyone wants to have Volkswagen. Every competitor, because it's so big, you will earn a lot of money for years. So it's very hard. And if our biggest competitor is listed on the New York Stock Exchange, so no joke.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's AvePoint, and of course they can make whatever they want. I think they have like 2,100 employees. So it's a very big company. They did a great job, like 20 years of fundraising and going to the stock market. Perhaps they make profit next year or the year 2026, but it seems like they will make it. But if they want to have Volkswagen, they will. We can do nothing. They say, okay, then it's for free.
Yeah, but it's smart, because then you concentrate on smaller customers, which
is not small customers.
It's not small, and it doesn't mean it's any kind of negative. But as you say, Volkswagen, BMW, everybody wants to have.
What they know, they can have the complete pre-sales experience for free. But we decided to say no. Because we know that there's a big chance to lose it, and we're a small company. We have to pay this, and if you don't want that, then go to someone else.
I think that's a problem that a lot of service providers or software companies do, because they compare their business to the big ones, and it's not comparable at this state. They do the pre-sales. Everything is for free, and they can circle around the big ones. They can circle around a client for a year. It doesn't hurt them. But for a smaller company, it can kill you. So that's I think it's an important message, because we also changed that throughout our business, because we also said, hey, we had Volkswagen and everybody, but some we lost. And we invested a lot of time and money, and no return. So we also said, hey, we can't continue doing that, because I remember I also was always looking, comparing. Look at the big ones. Look how they are doing. We need to do that the same. Bullshit.
Perhaps in the future, when you want to grow into that market. So we are doing that Teams Manager, that is a product, and external user manager now in total like 5-6 years since Teams exists. That was like where the company grows a lot, because I did this once in a lifetime. I took that once in a lifetime chance, and I said, okay, everything on Teams. And what we can do is, we have like a product. We wanted to have it like an iPhone, easy to install. Everyone knows what happens in the iPhone. But the enterprise customers, 10K users is an enterprise customer, but most of them, they don't need it. They say, hey, we need like Teams lifecycle, archiving things, that's it. But if you go to a higher level, like Freudenberg, Volkswagen, they need a lot of more reporting, more governance, more security, and we cannot offer that. So we are not. If they buy us, they have to buy something else for the other stuff. And most of the people, they say, no, we buy everything from one vendor. So it's very hard to compare. But on the other side, if AvePoint wants to compare with our product on the smaller customers, it's very hard for them, because the deal size is so low that they have the problem. I would say, as enterprise sales guy is earning a lot of money. He will not earn money for the company if he's concentrating on these small customers. And also they want very easy to install, very easy to maintain. And they are coming with a flagship product that will not fit.
It's very niched. It's very, very niched on what you are offering. Maybe you can explain, like, what does the Teams Manager do?
If you don't have Teams, it's very hard. But
let's assume we all have Teams.
I say I compare it most of the times to WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You're joining hundreds of WhatsApp groups, or you have hundreds of chats, and most of them you get messages all the time, and you just click it away every fucking day again, and that is very time consuming. And the same way is like in Teams, like you join Teams, for example, which you don't need anymore, or you are not part of the team anymore. And what we are doing is like we are archiving, or we have a life cycle where you have, for example, you have a project and there is a project end, so the team will end to not the exact date, but for example, 1 or 2 months later. If you are like 50 employees, you will do it by yourself. If you're 10,000 employees, you will. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
But because nobody understands that the administrator, he cannot help, because he don't know what this team is for, or this WhatsApp group. So he has to call someone to ask if he can archive this. No admin called someone.
No, that's not happening.
No, that is not happening. So, and of course, it's so time consuming for 10,000 people. Normally, every user generates like 7 to 10 teams a year.
Really? Yeah.
Like that. Then you can calculate. Just for test. So imagine you are not sure with that functionality, so you create a test team and you try it out. And can I add like a channel here how this works? Okay, I'm ready. And then the team will exist
forever.
So we build like a life cycle for test teams. After 30 days, they will be archived or deleted. Everyone knows it. You get a message, hey, have a look, we will delete your team. If you don't want, just extend. That is the easiest way. Of course, we have naming convention and all the GDPR stuff. For example, if you are a big company and you have like a German location and a US, the US teams have to be created in the US and the German in Germany. Did you know that this or even exists?
No, definitely not.
That is called multi-geolocation, but you have to do that, by law.
By law,
Yeah. So because the data in US
it makes sense if you think about it.
So, but nobody's doing that. But if someone if you have your consultancy in the house, they will say, it's your decision. You can do whatever you want, but I would do it. So, and it's not possible in Teams.
Yeah, it's not. I'm thinking now how to do that. Yeah, okay, understand.
So all these governance, security, and compliance things just packed in a small product. And of course, you see, for example, we are in the European Union, so we create the team in the European Union. So our colleague Bob is based in US. We create it in the US. But we do it in an easy way. That's one feature.
That wouldn't be possible, right now. It would be a different tenant, wouldn't it?
No, it's possible, but not with the normal...
Not with the standard functionality.
You have to create it by your own or with PowerShell or your own application.
Okay. Microsoft doesn't solve this by themselves.
Yeah, they will do that for you as a service. And of course, but in case, if you are like solutions to share, nobody will control that. But if you are KPMG,
it's different.
You want to be safe. Or for example, Volkswagen. They want to be safe. They want to see this team is generated from the Teams manager.
I mean, they have the whole department checking the whole stuff every day.
Nobody knows if that is okay. It's law. You have to do that. But who is control? Okay, if you make like more than 15 million in revenue, the auditor will come and will check. There is no way out, I would say. And all that governance stuff, like has the team the right name? We have a product for external users. Everyone is sharing everything now, but nobody. When was your last time canceling a file sharing?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's a good question. My goodness.
Nobody is saying, "Oh no, okay, I will remove the file sharing." Yeah, nobody's doing that. But
No, really, no.
so now, even in 1 year, how many files you share in
A
1
lot,
year?
yeah.
How many people getting access to your environment? And the external user manager is just removing all that stuff which is not needed anymore.
Very helpful.
Yeah,
it's very good
that's
idea.
and it's so easy. You don't have to do nothing. There is a life cycle,
Yeah.
or like you see if the user is inactive for 90 days, just throw him out.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
That's it.
I'm just thinking right now how many links I have shared.
Yeah, and the same for files. We are doing
Yeah.
that for file sharings
Yeah.
and all that. So most of the security attacks come by like guest accounts or something like that.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, because they have like password 123 question mark.
Don't say it loud. I need to change my password now. But yeah, that is really good. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and that's what we are doing. Like so we built the first project 13 years ago, but it was for on-premise, like servers. Then we switched to cloud, to SharePoint only. Then come Teams, and we built. So that is a third edition of the product. But we have customers from 13 years ago. They went with us the whole way. They migrated with us to SharePoint Online. They migrated to Teams with us, and we have customer stories or success stories, and that is a really success because we can show other customers, hey, we are here for 13 years. We will be here in the next 10 years.
That is
and
important.
we don't leave you alone.
Yeah.
That is what I would say. That is one of the best things. We say, hey, we are not funded. We will be here in 10 years.
Oh, that's a strong point for the trust for the customers. Yeah, that's true.
Nobody, if you know it's these boring IT software, if you implement it once, nobody want to touch it anymore.
Nope, it works. Leave it. Let it work. Let it work. Yeah, and that's 13 years is a lot. Yeah, I'm just in my head. I'm going through these life cycles as well. We're remembering our projects with the clients, migrating to SharePoint, and it was a lot of work back then. Yeah, we also did those partially. Yeah, that's really cool. But okay, that's solutions to share right now with the Teams manager and everything. But you also said now you also have like Power BI businesses. Like maybe you can say a couple of things about that.
Yeah, with the summits, I got, I would say, new friends because we have external speakers and people, and of course they know me now. And then, sometimes the people ask me if we want to do something together, and if it fits in our strategy, then yes. If not, we did a lot of things which didn't work out.
It's normal.
So Microsoft is okay, and we don't put. So, for example, we already have like a modern work company, Power BI we have now, Power Manufacture for Power Apps we have. So Azure would fit and Dynamics, but we will never build like two Power
makes no sense
because they are competitors in the same group. That makes no sense. So there are two left. Dynamics and Azure. And then we have our group ready, I would say.
Dynamics. That's an interest, and that was where we were. We should have met years ago.
So, but Dynamics is, we even have no Dynamics Summit right now, so that is far away. But Azure can come very fast because it's growing and growing.
Yes.
And of course, the people come to our summit or they have a product and they ask, hey, can you do this for us? And we say, so even in these small companies, modern work, we just do like really one thing or two. And the rest we gave out to our hundreds of partners. For example, I gave like a contract for tenant-to-tenant migration. Last week I gave it away because I know that's not our business. It's something with SharePoint or nice, but
not core business anymore.
Not core business. So I have with the Unternehmertage, the Mastermind and the Summit, I knew a lot of people now.
Yes.
And I have my WhatsApp chats and I throw it into my community and then 4 people, we do that.
We do that.
Okay, just compete with yourself. Yeah.
But it's so, as you say, you build a strong community. We also, we had the Unternehmertage, your mastermind here in Cyprus as well. And there were like 30 people. Completely from the Microsoft sphere.
So I love vacations and these. I never been on a mastermind or something like something between. But most of the time there are self-employed people from different kind of businesses. Most marketing. Most of them they have remote businesses because you have to go to somewhere. You have to do that. And I thought, hey, let's do that for Microsoft because nobody will build up a Microsoft community. For me, I have to do it by myself. And it was a lot of work. For the last vacation, I wrote 177 people on LinkedIn and 35 people come. So there was a lot of no's.
But it's a good average, actually.
So now they say, this year not, but next year. So, but now we have the last 2023, 2024. So we have now too much people for the next 2025.
I mean,
that's a problem because I don't want to say no to someone.
But if you have more than 30, if you go into 40, 50, it will not have the personal touch anymore.
No, we will not do that. Perhaps we make 2 vacations. One in April, for example, is my plan, and one in November.
I think that's a good idea.
Or we change the language, just invite some people from Europe, like to have like a different perspective. How is the market in France or in Norway or in Italy? So we are not selling in France anything. That's crazy because it's so near. And even the businesses are quite the same. Like Airbus.
But the culture is different.
The culture is different. The Nordics, we are having good partnerships with Denmark. The Danish people, they also always say to me, "Don't ruin Germany. We stuck too much to Germany. Don't ruin Germany, Germans. We need you." And that's crazy because I think Denmark is the Germany 2.0. That is the Germany we are dreaming about, but it's Denmark.
That's
everything is new. Electrical cars everywhere. And we have just copied Denmark, I would say. But we are not copying Denmark. So, and Sweden and Norway is coming, but they have the same culture. Like how you're doing business. Like concentrate when you're doing a demonstration. Take time for half an hour or an hour. Getting a proper offer.
Being on time.
Paying on time. In the south, it's completely different.
Yes.
But the decisions are made not with a tool, more on the people. They don't want to spend time with shitty people, I would say. And in the US, we never figured out how the business is there because you really need the elevator pitch. So nobody's going on the phone if you call anymore because the phone bots are allowed in the US. So nobody's going on the phone. You have to connect in LinkedIn.
Exactly.
Or they come if they want something from you, but they never. I think it's very hard to talk to us because I don't have like it's a mother language but they know if they buy from the US guys, the prices are so crazy. They charge like $250 or $300 an hour. So actually we have 2 intranet projects for the US people because we only charge 175. And they don't care because the content coming from them, we just build up the intranet thing. That's it.
The US is very emotional. It's like, as you say, it's this elevator pitch and very emotional selling. It's like more this hyping and also being on site physically, showing. You need to have, as you say, that's true with the bots. They're not picking up the phone anymore. Probably not possible in Europe. So it's more it's building this trust and this emotional hype. That's what they really want. That's experience that we made. And we also had some clients in Northern Europe, or still now also have, but different business. It's different. It's completely different continent, obviously.
Yeah, so we are doing the German selling.
Yeah, and it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
If we sell in the US,
Yeah.
they come to us.
Yes,
They already know everything about the product.
It's not a sale then.
No, it's
not,
like
it's just signing
writing
up.
an invoice.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the sale. Yeah.
Okay, we have to sell a little bit because they, you're a German company. Is it safe there? Yeah.
Is it safe there?
And all that stuff. But of course, if you say all your cars are coming from Germany,
Good beer.
Good beer. Yeah, good beer, good cars. And okay, it's not so bad. But if you want to sell something there, you have to do everything.
Yeah.
Not just delivering the product.
Yeah.
They want to install, maintain everything.
Yeah.
They don't. I think that is a better way because in Germany you want to know everything about everything. They want just the job done.
Yeah,
they have enough work.
They outsource. That's your complete outsourcing character they have. Yeah.
So next year I'm planning, or it's already in the process, to build up like a US company for solutions to share. This year I built up the Asian companies, Solutions to Share Singapore. It's based in Singapore, so in the middle of Asia, but more German. Yeah. So they are on point. Very, very good country. And even if we just have this small location or office there, now we have our first Australian customer. It's like a sign. Yeah. Okay. We want to go there.
Yes.
That's our sign. And the people say, okay, we know you. You are here now because it's an invest of money. That is trust, and we will do the same for US.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of times that you don't need it because they buy it now from Germany or from Stripe or something like that. But I would say if you want to if you want to go there, you need a company, you need employees, you need an office, you need a location, you need a phone number. You have to show that you want to do that really, not only trying.
Yeah.
That is like the first company I founded here was a UG, these small limited.
Yes.
I won't never do that again because it's showing the world that you are trying, not doing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you search about solution to share in the Handelsregister or in North Data, always there is a UG sign.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate it so much. I would pay money for if I can remove that.
You can't.
No, you can't. You will have that forever.
That's forever. Yeah.
And my tax lawyer, he always said, no, that's not a good idea. The UG. And I say, there's no money left.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
And and everyone is saying that it's so easy to convert it with their own capital. Then it's not. In the end, you pay the money in. That is the easiest way. Yeah, but we will do that. I think we are doing like a Inc., not a limited or something like that, to show, okay, now we are here. And then we have some US partners. Yeah. But they look like the same. But it's a completely different culture. The decision making is so it's much more easier, but then everything has to work, and it must be smooth. If not, they give it back. Yes. And that is a complete different culture. What do you want to go? We want to give back enterprise software? Yes. Please transfer the money tomorrow. Yeah. And you have to do that. Then if not, you're in trouble. And
it's emotional. It's they decide faster because they're more if you hype them up, but it can also go the other way, as you say. They don't want it anymore, they give it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So and for the US market, we need like more certifications. We started with the ISO certification, but we didn't have decided like for a consulting company, but we are preparing. We did the M365 certification, which is like a combination of ISO and SOC. But now we are doing the ISO, and for the US market, we are doing the SOC certification and then like some governance certification. And my job feels like we are going from certification to certification.
The administrator job. Yeah.
And not building like a good product.
Yeah.
But in the end, perhaps our product is really good and it fits what it needs. And now you need like, every other company, hundreds of certifications that everyone knows, okay, it's really good. And that is the way we are doing like next year. We will do every certification. And it's like, I don't know if it's the right word in English. Dirk Kräuter says you need a Burggraben. What is Burggraben in English? Castle, river, thing?
Let's keep it Burggraben.
Burggraben. And so you have to build like a product which is not easy to copy. Which brings you further away from the other competitors. And I think that is what we are doing right now with the ISO certification, M365 certification, like good balance sheet in the end of the year, no investors, no trouble with some money.
Online, offline events around.
Offline events, the people know us in person, they can shake our hands.
Not
they know.
Copyable. Not easy to copy all that.
Yeah, but not easy to copy that in the US.
Yeah.
So it's for our home market, it's good for us, but to go to the other market, I think you need the certification from someone else.
Yeah.
We tried to go to that conferences in the US years ago, and we failed so hard. I think we spent more than 100K, and we had not more than 1 million revenue. So 10% only for conferences. We sold nothing. It's because nobody knows you. Nobody wants to talk to someone who is not good in English, like mother language. And perhaps we try it again, but completely different. So more, we are the best, come to our booth, and not having the silver booth somewhere in the rainforest. So you really need that is really wasting money if you go to a conference in the US. So in Germany, I'm on the conference. I have to bring the money back home, so I visit every booth. I go to every speaker.
That's a German culture.
Everything. Even the startup booth somewhere.
I will go.
You have to. The time it's worse. You have to go there. In the US, everyone is standing around the diamond booths where they have like motorbikes and all that. Nobody comes to you. Nobody. And perhaps we have to invest more money, but a conference booth like this size is like between 50 and 100K, and then it's just ground floor with carpet. No, carpet is extra, I think. And then you have to build something on that carpet for 20K, and then you have to bring your people, and then for one conference, 100K is gone.
It's a lot.
Our product is not 100K per product. It's like 10 to 20K.
So you need at least 10.
But you will not find 10 customers on one conference. That's impossible, I think. So it's like more than brand building.
It's trust, brand building, trust, being present, being visible, right? The same things that you created here in the DACH or the Europe region, it's the same steps or similar steps that need to be taken in the US market. Trust at the end. It's about being visible and trust. If, as you say, if you don't have, and that's also something that we experience, if you don't have any presence in the North American market or in any market, yes, you can have a lucky shot, you can get the client and okay, cool, but you're not present in the market. So you need to build the presence around as well, have a good network around. Network as usual always is important. And then build this presence around, be that in that niche and that you're operating so present and so dominant, and also on the US market self-confident, because it's so much about emotional selling there. If you go, you would not be able to. That's what the experiences that we always make, to have the German selling structure. It just doesn't work, and vice versa. It doesn't work here. If you go like, hey, this is the best, pretty sure you start tomorrow, it's not going to work. Here you need to be, it's facts, it's data, it's take your decision, it's no problem. In the US, it's completely different. Yeah, but again, trust, presence, yeah.
Yeah, we tried a lot of things, or I tried, because the company was very small when I was thinking we can go to the US. And there is a Teams app store now where you can buy things just from Microsoft, but the payment process or the checkout process, I think the checkout process, it's so bad, nobody will use it from Microsoft, because during the checkout, you are waiting so long, you think that's broken. And I talked to Microsoft so many times that they will please fix it. Just take the money first, and the partner discount or whatever where you have to share the money, just calculate it later.
Yeah.
Take the money first.
Yeah.
But it seems like that they're calculating, okay, which distributor you are and all their network things, and then we see it, nobody's buying it.
Yeah.
And I thought that is a game changer, because our product is so easy.
Yeah.
Everyone can buy it worldwide. But if the checkout process is shit, nobody is buying it. We know it from everywhere.
Yeah.
And always they ask me, do you have an idea or some wishes for Teams? Yeah, checkout process, nothing else.
Yeah.
Just push it, because a lot of vendors, there are more than 2,000 or 3,000 apps now in the App Store. That's quite a lot for an enterprise application, but they all will go bankrupt because of the shitty checkout process, because nobody thought in the beginning that is so shitty.
Yeah.
Most of the vendors, they are going back now for own payment process, like Paddle or something like that. We are doing this as well. We now will offer 2 ways of checkout. So perhaps that will work, because if you don't have to talk to the customers, that's a very good thing, because no sales, they will try it out.
Yeah.
You have the whole market. You need nothing instead of certifications and the good product and good onboarding on the product and good videos. But I think that is already existing. So perhaps next year you will never know. But there's no hockey stick in our company. We grow 2020, 2021, and 2022. We grow 70% per year. That was really crazy. But it's no hockey stick.
Yeah.
It's linear. Okay, we grow from 8 to 70 people or something
it's
like that.
It's a big growth in a short time.
In a very short time.
Yeah.
And now, of course, we are growing. Not the people, not so much, but of course the revenue now.
Yeah. Oh, that's better.
That's better, yeah. But of course, we have a summit. We spend a lot of more money as well. But we will see. But if it's working with the checkout process, the problem has everyone. Everyone knows the problem with the WhatsApp groups and all that shitty chats. The hockey stick is possible, because it's hosted in the cloud. The payment process is Microsoft can proceed 10 to 20 million a day, I would say. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
they are doing it right now as well. So everything is set up. So it's only the marketing and the sales strategy right now. Of course, we have competitors. They want the same. They have really good features as well, good looking software. But so the game is not having the next feature.
Yeah.
It's having the trust that you are the best product or the easiest product.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the Samsung. Yeah. We want to like the iPhone case is more our thing. Yeah. Because if you make governance more complicated as it is,
true.
The hockey stick is not possible, I would say, because of course you have these AvePoint companies and all the biggest one, but they never had a hockey stick. They grow very fast but linear.
Yeah.
Okay, if you go to the stock market, then you have the hockey
that's
stick.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's the goal for yourself and the companies now in the future? Where do you like next year or the next couple of years?
So next year we will reach more than 100 employees. That's a big number for me, I would say. We try to hit more than 10 million in revenue, but gross profit?
Yeah.
So not buying something and selling, just profit, not profit, but revenue without buying something else.
Yeah.
And that is a big number as well.
That is big.
But for me, in person, I am defining my job for myself in a new way, because I'm not allowed anymore to hire someone. So someone else has to hire someone for his team.
Yeah.
And you cannot rescue the company anymore by just doing your work.
Yeah.
If you have like a small company, you can make like hundreds of consulting hours.
Yeah.
And then you have 10 or 20K more on your bank account per month, paying your employees. That will help nothing anymore.
That's not going to work anymore, no.
So then you can make like 1 million more sales that I did last year, for example, for the summit.
Yeah.
That 1 million helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But next year, even this will not help anymore if the people are not able to do their jobs, because if I do 1 million and 9 million are missing, that's bad.
That doesn't work.
So I have to do more strategy, more vision, more, just controlling. I build up a controlling department where we have really all the numbers and we check if the numbers are really true. So I'm not the investor game, but entrepreneur game, or more controlling game, to see if everything is right. Because if you find the problem very fast, you will save a lot of money and of course the company. And for me, I like building products. I like being the product owner. We hired a product owner last month. This month. So it's not my job anymore. And I like building websites. We have website builder now, we have more than one. And I just calculating numbers, but that's not me. So I have to find my new role in the company.
It's a different role. Yeah.
Like I need someone who's doing the charts for controlling, and then I need someone who is checking that charts. That is my job right now, so that I can make like a vision for the whole group. And these times, a lot of chances are on the table, like buying companies, selling companies. And if you're doing the Excel things, you will miss that.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So I don't know. I'm making the strategy to the end of the year right now, discussing that with all the CEOs on my company, and then let's see. But it's a new job again.
And that's definitely
it feels like you have a new job every half a year.
Oh, but that makes it interesting.
Sometimes it's okay for 1 year, like the same job, or 1.5.
Yeah.
Last year I did the summit. I had a really new job completely. I'm the CEO of a summit company. What the hell? Yeah. And of course, now we have problems in the other, not problems, but we need to restructure everything.
Normal. If you grow, you always need to restructure.
So, and for the perspective is that it's not good that the company needs me anymore, because if we have like more than 100 people and I'm responsible that for 100 families, I don't want to be responsible. They have to be responsible for their own. So it's better that if I work for the company, it's good, but it must be not a must. Because if the bus drives over me, it would be very nice that the company exists without me anymore.
Well, that's a level that very few entrepreneurs reach, and because that's next level. If you rationalize yourself out, that should always be the end goal, right? If you invest your time into the company, it's wisely invested and not necessary, as you say, because if you're operationally necessary, that's a big risk. That's also something, and I found that transition from being operative in the company, like doing operative work, to more the strategy, the visionary. I found that switch very tough, because I also like to be in projects and work on things, but you have to, at a certain size, you have to move away. It's simply not possible.
I think that my idea is like the next 2 years that the jobs, so the operational jobs, what I am doing, that it's not me, that I'm not the only person, so that a group of people can do that job. So everyone can go to holiday, for example, and that I am not responsible anymore, that I can be like 2 or 3 months in a holiday with my kids. But that is also, it's no problem that when I come back, I can whatever I want.
Yeah.
Like if I want to build a new product, I can do that.
Yeah.
If I want to make a better controlling, I can do that. But the goal must be that it's not completely, that I'm not the consumer of everything, that I'm the boss, so someone else must be the boss, or a group of people. Yeah. So we build a better controlling for the company, not for me.
Exactly.
Or we build a product for the company to sell, not that I have an idea or I find it very nice to have like a new reporting product. Nobody knows if that will sell. Yeah. So that can be a big risk. So everyone is involved in the project. We have, so it feels like we are turning into a real company.
That's something that this term I also used back then. Yeah, it feels now like a real company.
It's not Christian and his friends.
Yeah. That's something that I also said. It feels like I told my parents back then, I think at some point we really became a company now, because you're not involved in a lot of things. Like we talked about this also last time, when you half of the people you don't know because you haven't hired them,
or you know them, but you're not like have a friend relationship, or
even
know the last name of the guy. Yeah. But the craziest thing is, and what I don't like it, because it feels like I'm so unnecessary anymore when the head of support and the product manager, they are making a meeting with the head of development in Wismar without me. And then they have fun, of course, going for food, and they building new product features, which are very nice. And I think, oh my God, I want to be there. I want to be part of the process. I like this. And what I'm doing, like strategy and Excel sheets, perhaps if someone else can do that, I would prefer building products. Yeah.
But if you want to build that, I mean, you can always build someone or hire someone to do that work as well.
Yeah. Let's see what. So I have a friend. Oh, it's not a friend, but a business partner. I know him very well, and we are connected in Instagram and all that stuff. And he's the CEO of Theobald Software, like SAP Connection.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. And we had not so much context the last years, but he decided also to hire a CEO, going out of the company, traveling to Asia. Yeah. He sent me a lot of pics, and he said, he's the owner of the company, but he is based in the development department now.
It's crazy, yeah. I mean, it's a very good example. Look at famous example. Look at Elon Musk. He's going screwing his spaceships. That's the freedom you have as the owner.
But you need to have someone who's doing the real business.
The real business.
Or the business with the numbers, I would say.
Yes, yeah, but it's important. I think that you know that your strong suit is in the development or the product development, and that's what you want to do. And I think at some point you can work your way, that you have a CEO that does the numbers and everything. It's absolutely possible. I think you build the structure now that it is possible, because long time it's not possible. You need to do all the jobs.
Yeah, because you will not have the money in the first years.
It takes time to build that.
Because hire CEO, he will earn a lot of money. If you don't have it, you have to do the job by yourself.
Exactly. And the smaller you are, the more jobs you have at the same time. The bigger you get, you start giving away the jobs. Yeah.
On the other side, it's very nice if you have the vision and you are the boss of the vision and it happens. Yeah. So if you work in the development, you work on the vision from someone else.
Yeah.
But of course, it's not a bad job. I started with that.
Yeah.
But I think now I'm more on the vision side, and I wish that I'm more involved on the product side, but there's no time. Yeah.
No, you can't do everything.
Yeah. And I do sales, so not good. I like it because I like to feel when you sell something.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's like Instagram, but 10 times better. Yeah, like 10 times better than swiping. More dopamine.
It's the dopamine. Yeah. I think who said it once on the podcast as well? I think Michael, the foodie founder, he also said when he sold the company that he missed the sales dopamine.
Yeah.
It was very bad. Like he got problems.
Yeah.
Like and I can relate to that. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan. 2026, 2027. We have no plan in numbers.
Do you do OKRs?
No.
No? Classic planning?
No classic, just working.
Yeah.
We will do OKRs. Of course, we have really hard numbers, which we have to reach. And but yes, these OKR things, we have to do more. And even the development process, we need like fixed dates, not flexible.
Yeah.
But of course they are flexible. But if the company is completely worked into these release cycles, like the marketing knows this is the end date, there is no way out for the development. They have to deliver on that point. That is not implemented yet. That we have that the whole company works together in a release cycle. And we need OKRs, but so when now we need it, and I know that the first 3 years when Teams was released the first time, like version 1, I said to all my employees, no, we have no goals.
Yeah.
No, there is no goal, just surviving.
Yeah.
Or seeing what Microsoft is doing, because Teams changed like every 2 weeks. Even the color was changing.
Yeah, that's true.
And I said, how we can have goals when Microsoft has no goal? That's not. So I said, let's see what Microsoft is doing, and we are changing the Microsoft way. We are changing their way. They have the goals. We are just
smart.
Doing what they are doing. Just because we are not Microsoft. We have to hustle that we can implement every feature in the governance product. Now, of course, I don't know if you use Teams. They combine the chat and the Teams in one.
Yes.
That's so horrible.
Yeah.
It is. And now we have to change again. But the changing process in Teams is not so fast anymore, because now they have AI. Yeah. They can put all their work in the Copilot thing. Now we can have goals. Now we can have OKRs, or even on the product side, just to read this, because it's slower. It feels it's not so slow like in on-premise times, where you have a release every 3 years.
Yeah.
But now, of course, the consulting company, they have OKRs. But on the business side, we are listening to the customers, and if they say, hey, we need more reporting, we build.
Yeah. Oh,
so
makes sense.
that is our product for 2024, reporting. If they say, hey, we need, I don't know, delegation management, we will build it. But we are not building something what we are thinking what is good.
No, and that makes total sense.
And okay, if 3 customers say they need more reporting, then okay. If 100 of customers, then okay, we will build a product, just wait. It's so crazy because we said, hey, there is a product. It's called Admin-Droid. We tell that our customers. It's so cheap and so good. We cannot compare with them.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
They are from India.
Yeah.
And they sell it from India direct. They have no sales. You can buy it on the website. And the product is good. It's really good and so cheap.
What does it do?
Reporting.
Reporting.
Nobody will buy it.
Yeah.
No, it's from India. We cannot use it. It's from India.
Yeah.
We need it. We need like a GDPR letter, or if we ask for technical data of the infrastructure, no answer.
Yeah.
And they say we can. Okay, then let's build it.
Yeah.
But from the price perspective, functional perspective, everything we will lose against them because they have 10 years experience now.
Yeah. But if they want.
Yeah. So we offer them.
Yeah.
Hey, we can buy it for you from India and sell it you in Germany. Yeah. And you can have it from the smallest license, like 1,050 euro. How you can compare? No way. Yeah. No. And they have like 450 pre-built reports.
That's a lot.
For 1,050 euros. So per report is 40 cents or something like that, or 40 euros. Yeah. Yeah. But we will build it. They want everything on their tenant. Yeah. Everything is safe.
Yes. Well, it's what they want.
It's a trust.
Yeah, it's a trust, and too bad for the Indian company, though.
They will sell. I think they don't have problems.
Yeah.
The last time I looked at LinkedIn, they have I think 30 to 40 employees in India. More than 10,000 customers.
Oh, that's a lot then.
Yeah, then you have no problems.
You have no problems. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting how it's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
It's super interesting to hear the journey that you've made, and especially in the last recent years, such a high growth in the company. Now looking back, what would you have done things differently, like a lessons learned from yourself, looking back as an entrepreneur, maybe also like sharing some advice to people listening?
Yeah, so most of the people, now I built up the SaaS company even from the scratch, bootstrapped.
Yeah.
Now it's good, but it took so much lifetime.
Yeah.
And you never know. Even only 5% of the companies are existing after 5 years. And after 10 years is like 1.5% or something like that. So it's a bet 1 to 100, something like that. Of course, if you think about that in the first time, you really think, oh, I have a really, really good idea. But nobody knows. And if I would, we are building not from scratch. I have a big company now, we can build products.
Yeah.
But if we would go to a different market, even now, I would never want to build it up with own money again, because the risk is very high. Yes. But you just realize it after that. Yeah. Because I spent all my lifetime and a lot of money. Yeah. And the risk was very high, but of course you are young and stupid. You don't realize that. You realize it even if it fails or if you have success, and you will say, "Oh my God, what I did with 26! My God, what that was risky." Yeah, it was really risky, and so I think it's not a bad idea to have even investor money for SaaS startups, for consulting companies. No way, build it by yourself.
And I agree.
And start just with you and only with good people. Yeah. That is very expensive, but everyone says that. But I think you have to try it by yourself. Yeah. high motivated people, and if we have an option to build a new product on Teams, but it's not governance. It's like for online webinar meetings. We bought like Beneer this year, and that is a good chance that we convert it like to an online conference platform based on Teams. That is quite a good idea.
That is a good idea. Yeah.
But I think you need like 1 to 2 million for that, not the development for the. But why I have to bet all my money now on one card again?
Yeah.
Why? No way. Just, I think, getting some money. We have a lot of good people. We split it up and try it out, perhaps. I don't know. And if you start with something, just build an MVP and then take the money, because I think a lot of people are able to build software, but not to sell.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Even only a few people can both.
Yeah.
And I just can sell software, because all the people say, programming is not your thing, Christian. Yeah, I'm more the copy-paste programmer. Yeah, it works out, but not so good if you build big products. And what else? So in the first thing, on the beginning, of course, I had the idea, but I was a little bit afraid of all that money game, tax, being like self-employed. Of course, my parents, they said hundreds of times, come to Siemens, it's safe, it's safe. It's not safe, anymore. For my parents, I would sign it. It is the safest thing what they can do. But I founded the company out instead of building it new with 3 people. And after 5 years or something like that, I paid them out. That was much more money instead of doing it myself from the beginning. I would say, just do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Take the money from the bank, do it by yourself, and have some investors. Don't be afraid, because it's 25K. No, 25K. Yeah. And with 25K, you can do a lot of things if you're young and have not the lifestyle I have right now.
Yeah.
Just build it by yourself.
Yeah.
Self-confidence, I would say. It's hard to have self-confidence in your 20s.
Yeah.
But you will pay later. Pay now or pay later. That is what I learned. Yeah. You will pay. Yeah. But later you will pay more. Yeah. That is true. And so just start from the beginning. So I'm more the guy. First, I was more starting alone my business, but now I have business partners. But I'm more the investors there. I know they know that what they are doing. I give the money and the network and all what we have, but I don't want to be the CEO anymore. So if you want to create something next to your business, search someone who wants a business, give the money and the experience, but don't be the CEO anymore.
Yeah.
That is a good thing that really works out, I think. Yeah, what else? Self-employment is really hard, but it's very good as well. Yeah. But we have now 86 employees. So working in my company is great as well. So it's not necessary to be self-employed. My goal was I want to be self-employed to my 30s. Yeah. But that was just in my head. Yeah. If I started with 25 at Microsoft, would be a good game as well.
Would have been very good. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to be self-employed, just try it. But it's nothing bad to be employed somewhere. You can earn much money.
You can
if you do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I see what people now earn in my company, of course, in a company with 8 people, you will not earn much money, but if it grows, you will.
Yeah.
Like even in the sales, you must be not self-employed to earn a lot of money. That is not the goal, because if you want to earn much money, go to sales.
There's easier ways as well. Yeah.
Go to sales.
Sales is a lot of money.
Even in the starting, the salespeople at Microsoft, they earned millions.
Yeah.
With no risk.
Yeah, that's true. There's easier ways to earn money, a lot of money, than being self-employed. I would agree.
So, but that is what I never thought that salespeople can earn so much money, because I was in the IT business. And I thought, oh, I'm a senior consultant, I earn a lot of money. No.
Sales earns more. If they're doing good sales. Yeah.
So. Yeah, but now I think it's much more easier to be self-employed. Not now in Germany, because starting a new business is really hard. But in 1-2 years, the game is different, I would say, again, because the economy will grow again, like always.
It's just
they always say, "Oh no, it's going. No, it will grow again." Like always, like last 1 to 2,000 years.
Of course, it will.
It will.
It will. Yeah.
So, if you want to start a business, start in 2 years, I would say, in the growing process, because now it's hard, and you will get money for a good idea, but not so much, and from some friends or business partners, the biggest shitty thing in the investor game is if you have like an investment which is not reaching like 3 to 4 years, only like 9 months or 1 year. That is a really crazy game, because you never know if you're existing next Monday or something like that. This game I would say I will not do in my life. No. Even if someone comes with like international strategy and say, let's see what we can do in a year. No, why? Yeah, but now you need a lot of money if you want to scale like a 10 million company to 100 million. You need a lot lot of money.
That's a different game. Yeah,
you need like I think you need 100 million to scale it.
Probably also estimate the same. Yeah.
And then I think who the fuck wants to give me 100 million?
Pretty sure there's people. I'm pretty sure there's people that will be willing.
Yeah. But then you have a 100 million revenue company.
That's the next level.
Yeah, I don't know if the company is growing much. I think the next step is on 150 employees. Then you need like culture.
Yeah,
everyone is saying that you need like a religion in your company. But in 3 years, I would say we're reaching that number.
Well, now it's the 100 employees and the 10 million, which is the goal. And that's an awesome goal already. And then the next steps. See, I also would plan for the year, right? Because longer than a year period in the IT, difficult.
Yeah, perhaps next year Microsoft is releasing something new, and we build from the scratch. Yeah,
it can happen, right? Yeah. It's unlikely, but it can happen. Yeah.
Loop is coming now, and it seems like it's nice technology replacing SharePoint, perhaps. Yeah, but we are like in these internal programs, so we know everything before everyone knows it, and we can build it before, so that the risk is not so big that it was like 10 years before. Microsoft is in this way some way of fair. Yeah, they give you the information 2 years before what they're planning.
Yeah. Anything else that we forgot that you want to say, cover?
No, I think if you want to found a company, think a little bit more global, I would say. If you're watching from Germany or from Spain or France, there are other countries which is very easy to found a company.
Yeah,
I think that is Cyprus, very easy.
Super easy.
Nobody wants to talk to you. They leave you alone. And I have a company in Georgia, for example. they have like a gamification concept for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
If you grow and have local employees, you reach higher levels with less tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
For example, they leave you alone as well. Accounting is very expensive in Georgia, but the rest is quite really cheap.
Yeah.
So I would say for an IT company, it's the best place to found an IT company right now because Tiflis is really a nice city, and yeah, you can hire good qualified people and less tax. Yeah, heaven.
Yeah. Well, Eastern Europe, there's a lot of potential.
Romania, I think. Yeah. So if you don't want to have the stress, just watch some other countries, I would say.
Yeah. And you need to think a little bit more globally. I agree, because you can reduce so much cost that you can have in other countries, even the foundation process and everything. So these days, it's a lot more. You're more able to act internationally, globally, and that's a big advantage. A couple of years ago, these doors weren't so much open. They're opening more and more and more. And as you say, Georgia, we've been to Poland, which I wouldn't recommend anymore because it's too expensive already. Ukraine was awesome. Of course, difficult right now. Macedonia is very interesting markets. Romania, Bulgaria, great skills, great people, all very close.
And I think just focusing on one market is not the way anymore. Okay, not globally is very hard, but if you want to build something new, focus on Europe, because nobody knows what happens in Germany the next 2 years.
It's enough. It's big.
Yeah,
Europe.
you can sell in UK, in France, Netherlands, it's in Italy.
Yeah.
So just think a little bit more European.
Yeah.
Like the European Union
once,
but they throw you sticks in the wheels. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
And don't give up. So I founded a company last week in Switzerland, and it took me 3 months because I live now in Cyprus. I'm from Germany, and I have multiple companies in many bad states.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to get a bank account in Switzerland.
Yeah.
But in the end, I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, because in the beginning is hard, and if you have your company, then have a second bank account as soon as possible. That is the best thing what you can have, and then it will grow. But don't give up so fast, because 3 months getting a bank account in Georgia, it took 4 months, but we had employees.
Yeah.
And the accountant was paying our employees. There is a way.
Crazy.
We had a company without a bank account.
There's always a way.
That's crazy, or?
There's EORs who can pay like that. Yeah, I agree. It's a long-term game, and people, I think, some people give up too fast. You say you invested. It's so many years till the companies were growing, were scaling, were giving back, especially in the SaaS business. Yeah, you were also mentioning if you do classic consulting, that doesn't take so long. It can be quicker, but it's a long-term game, and you have to. And I think that's a very important trait that entrepreneurs need to have. If you're going that way, you have to. It's a long. You can't just go for short-term success. It can come, but consistency, durability are important traits.
A lot of books says, like Bodo Schäfer, 7 years to a million, to the first million.
Yeah.
And a lot of books, they are focusing on these 7 years.
Yeah.
That it takes most of the entrepreneurs. It took 7 years to have the first million, but not on the bank account, in net worth.
Yeah.
This is another 1 million on the bank account. Free cash is another game.
Yeah.
That is the next game after you have the first million.
Yeah.
But most of the people, they think that they getting a millionaire or having 1 million in cash in the first 2 years or 3 years.
Very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Very unlikely.
There are people who are
Of
reaching
course,
that
of
goal,
course.
but very, very few. But having like 1 million in 7 years hard work, that is really a goal which
It's achievable.
It's achievable. And I read the book from Bodo Schäfer.
Yeah.
And it really happened like this.
Yeah.
He is describing this in the book. 7 years seems like a very long time. But if you think, hey, if you are a millionaire in 2 years or in 7, you are a millionaire then.
7 years is not long in that game. You always need to put it in a relation. But yes, sometimes you're short-sighted, and I think that's one thing. People, because of the social media and everything, they're like blended. You can become a millionaire overnight. Yeah, you could do it with if you're in a Bitcoin game and stuff. And that's one problem, because those people are not entrepreneurs. That's why a lot of people lose their money. Because if you literally wake up and being a millionaire, you're not able to cope with that. You see then.
You buy things like I did when I get my first 450.
Yes, exactly. The good stuff.
The money's gone in seconds.
And it's good, but now if you like you and me, when you build your company over years, you learn how to manage money. From €4, 50 euro, 500, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, you get used to these range, and you learn to manage. If you get that money overnight, yeah, exactly what you say, you will spend it, or
why not?
And that's what we did when you got the first money.
I think most of the new money millionaires, they look like you and me, or like here I don't have like a Porsche or I don't wear like a suit, and it looks, for the other one, it looks like I'm like 5 or 6 years older than the Gen Z guys, but I'm 15 years older. And of course I had 2 times the possibility to have these 7 years. And most of the young people, they are frustrated if they are not in 2 years at the same position that I reached in 15 years.
It's unrealistic. It's
impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You have to go the way. There is I see it in YouTube. Most of the people say there is no shortcut now. There is no shortcut. I think there really is no shortcut.
You can't shorten experience and in building company. You might be lucky with an idea. Always happens. Bitcoin and all that stuff that we saw. I mean, but also there is a business behind. But you can't shorten. There's no shortcut. I also truly believe in, if you put in the work, if you're doing it smart and not blindly, if you're working towards a goal, you can reach those goals in a realistic time. Imagine what you're just describing. If someone told you when you were, let's say, 20, if you follow these steps in 7 years, you become a millionaire. How could you say no?
With 20 is hard. That's with 27 millionaires.
Maybe a little later in the 30s, but it's a realistic time frame, right? And that takes time. It takes time to get the experience, to build that knowledge. I think it can be shortened and partially because there's a lot of knowledge on the market these days that we didn't have. We didn't have all this knowledge back then. But you can't fake it overnight. That's not possible. No.
If someone knows a way, no.
Well, let us know. We're open for ideas still.
It was when I realized we had an office in the city first, but then we were like 2, 3, or 4 years in my house, and first only in the basement because we thought we are a remote company. We are not. And then my complete house was the office. I had 1 bedroom left for me and 1 for my kids. And it was how long we took to reach just 1 million in revenue. It took so long. But from 1 million to 10 million was not a long time. So So the growth, you cannot, you only need depends on your lifestyle, but you don't need so much money for your lifestyle. Yeah. But it's a completely different game if you have 1 million revenue and 10, because the profit of the 10 million,
it's a lot
you
higher.
don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And that is what is so crazy, I would say. Yeah.
And it's easier, as you say, it's easier to get from the 1 to the 10 or from 1 to the 5 and 5 to the 10. Same with getting from 50 to 100 employees, but to the first million, to the first...
Yeah, you double. Yeah, you have first you are one person, and if you hire one, you have 100% growth.
Yeah, exactly. Yay!
But it is like it is. It's okay, from 50 to 100, it's really hard because so many steps, but it's just double.
Yeah.
You need just double income and double people. And from 100 to 200, it's just double.
Yeah.
And the first years are so problematic because you double.
Exactly. And getting from over the 1 million, that's a magical point for a lot of companies and revenue. Over the 10 people and then to the 25, those are these life cycles. And I found it very hard to get to 10, then to 25 people, over 1 million and over 5 million. But then after it, as you say, it seemed easy. Of course, you had a lot of so many. The challenges are just different. I think they're just different.
One thing what you can learn is now you plan completely different. When you're starting your company, you plan to your second employee. When I start a new company like the Power BI company, I never thought about 2 people.
Yeah.
I said, okay, in 2 years we have 15.
Yeah.
And that is the game. And now I know what to invest. And you do completely different things.
Yeah, but it's the knowledge. It's the experience.
Yeah, but there was a time I planned my first employee.
Yeah.
And now when we are creating new companies or like the Azure or we know exactly in 3 years we are 10 or 20 people.
Yeah. But again, experience.
From zero.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you are not thinking about the next 10K because you know you need it. You need bigger customers.
Yeah.
So you make different sales.
Yeah.
Everything is different. You talk to different people because you need big companies for the money because you are 30 in 10 years or in 2 years.
Yeah.
You need money.
Yeah. It's the experience. Yeah.
Okay, I think we are done for today, huh?
Off to the event.
Yeah.
All right.